Hi, Attorney Steve Vonner, and we are talking about Phoenix zoning and land use. In this video, we're talking about the general difference between the commercial zoning districts under the Phoenix zoning ordinance. And without further ado, let's head to the Attorney Steve Real Estate Whiteboard. Okay, so let's back it up here. So we are talking in general about the three different, I'm going to say the main three commercial zoning districts in Arizona. There's other districts, but the main three everybody talks about: C-1, C-2, C-3. What's the difference? Let's give you some examples here. C-1 is what we call your neighborhood retail and customer service type of district. These are the uses that are best around neighborhoods, around your residential zoned areas, and uses that are compatible with your residential. Let's take a look at some examples here. Like retail, you have your houses, okay? So near your houses you can of course have some light, what we call light industrial, light commercial uses, as we should say. You have retail, you have sporting goods companies, you have camera companies, ice cream shops, furniture shops, on and on. Lots of different types of real estate retail activity. Okay, you may also, in a C1, you may also see your banks and your mortgage companies, your loan officers. You may see pet daycares. You may see self-service laundries. You may see nursing homes. And the nursing home may be subject to a use permit. So those are some of the things. And a lot of people like to ask me about schools. What about schools? Your schools, you can actually find different types of schools in both C1, C2, and C3, but you may find some driving schools, nursery school, or school for the handicapped in your C1. So there's your C1. That's a general look at your C1. There's lots of other uses. Trust me, this is just a small flavor of it, of what you may find in a C1 district. Now C2 is a little more heavy on the industrial. What happens is the C1 is on the low residential side. C3 gets over here on the heavy industrial, the plants, the operating things. So C2 is what we would refer to as medium intensity. This may be where you have a lot of commercial buildings around each other, less residential being in the area, and you have this intermediate medium intensity commercial uses. Some examples: your hotels and your motels. This is where you may find some of your adult bookstores and live entertainment, pushing them outside the city district just a little bit. You have your furniture repair, your refinishing companies, things where you may have more smells and sounds and odors and activity, those kinds of things. Your bowling alleys, your miniature golf, and your theaters may also be found in a C2. And again, we talked about the schools. You may find, as well as in the C1, you may find the similar types of schools, but talking about barber shops and beauty shops and karate shops and business and real estate, training facilities, those kinds of things, dance studios, modeling studios, those kinds of things. So you can see you can have little heavier types of uses, maybe not the type you would actually want to be near your residential uses, but that's a general flavor of what your C2 could look like in Phoenix, Arizona. Finally, C3, this is your heavy use. This is your hardcore uses of the land. This is where you may have factories and shipping and smoke coming up. Here's some examples: your machine shops, lots of pounding on the anvils, electrical, welding, all those kinds of things going on. Manufacturing, like an ice cream manufacturing, like a plant, something where there's a lot of employees, a lot of traffic. And equipment rental would be another example of a C3. Equipment rental. Certain restaurants, bars, and cocktail lounges may be pushed off into these areas. You may see things like that. Your golf and your baseball, your driving ranges, your practice facilities, your shooting ranges, things like that. Drive-in theaters and restaurants may be located in Phoenix C3 zoning district. Car wash, trade schools, and whatnot. So that should give you a general flavor of C1 versus C2 versus C3. Those are your general big three commercial zoning districts in Phoenix under the zoning ordinance. If you need a land use lawyer, attorney, someone to help you with your project to get your entitlements and approvals, give us a call. We can analyze your land use case and put our best foot forward in your project. Okay, make sure you subscribe by clicking on the red V so you can get our videos coming to you as we post them. We look forward to working with you. Thanks a lot now.